Welcome to the wedding. The day has finally arrived where Phuti and I are finally doing it. So, I'm Mbesi.
Your boy. Phuti.
And if you don't know who we are, that's awkward because you are at our wedding.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
But we thought to do a little bit of a video just to introduce who we are, let you know a little bit about ourselves, and let you in on how this whole thing happened.
So if you're invited to this wedding, you should have read the website.
Yeah.
But you know, we got you.
So, stick around.
We met at a prayer meeting. Went to a prayer meeting. She was the only girl there, I think, that I didn't know. And then she just came up and introduced herself. It's like, wow, this girl is forward. And, worked out well for her there. She won the prize.
Oh, wow. Similar story, we met at a prayer meeting, he's right. I came in and he was the only guy that I didn't know as well. And so because I'm well raised, I go and I greet everyone in the room. And so I was like, hi. Got to him and I was like, oh, I don't know who he is. Hi, how are you? Good, thanks. And from there, we built a friendship. The question is, how did we meet? We met at a prayer meeting.
And she took my number. I just want to put that on record.
How did I take your number?
Just for that.
The short answer is, I think he's the most consistent person that I know. And so he was clear about what he wants. He was clear about how he feels. And he backed it up with his actions. He backed it up with his words, as well as just, the clarity of that time. So for me, it was consistent, it was clear, and I just was like, wow. Oh, he's handsome, first of all. He's the one just because, he's great. But on top of that, I just was like, he puts his money where his mouth is, and he really persuaded me.
What money is that?
Some call it lobola, some call it...
Yeah, I think when I looked at the different parts of my life, she was the one person I could say I trusted the most. I think she could handle every part of me. So, everyone knows that you're not kind of a one dimension of a person. So I looked at my spiritual life, I looked at the things I'm passionate about, I looked at the things that I'm not so great about, and she could handle all of me. So I was like, you know what, I can do forever with this girl. Yeah. Why are you smiling?
I love it.
You heard it so many times.
It's still great. What annoys me most about Phuti? Okay. He does not get excited easily. Ne? So the reason it annoys me is that it makes me look like, this happy-go-lucky, so extra, wanting so much from him. And he's like, yeah, babe, it's good. Like, it's fine, And, okay, there's only one thing.
Wow. It's funny because the thing that annoys me most is also the thing that works to our advantage in the relationship. So she's quick to speak her mind. Like, she's not going to leave you wondering how she feels about anything. If she's frustrated, she's telling you now. If she's mad, she's telling you now. And she, it's funny because she will tell, I don't like this thing. Okay, this is the world, you may not like stuff, but that's just how life is. Not Mbesi. Why did you do this?
That annoys you?
Yeah. But I also love it.
Okay.
In a, keeps me on my toes kind of thing. But we also get to sort out issues now, instead of sulking and then, there's tension and all of that. So it's really worked out for our relationship, so high five for annoying me.
Gotcha.
Legend. What am I looking forward to most? Okay. The first thing I'm actually looking forward to the most is the companionship. I think it's really cool to have someone who's constantly there to support you, to encourage you, to laugh with you, to cry with you, to carry your burdens with you. And yeah, to actually, like, where you can realize that there is also an ugly side to you, and yet this person will still stay. I think that's really cool. And of course, you know, I mean, it's about time that, you know, I mean, the boy has been waiting for a long time. You know, I mean, to get the horizontal shuffle going. You know,
Kill me.
some of that intimacy. You know, into me, see.
I think the one thing, which is similar to what Phuti said, is the companionship for me. I think it's just the friend for all seasons. Yeah, and I think the main thing is just not having to say goodbye anymore to someone at the end of the evening, that we can actually be together the whole time. Can't wait for that. Also can't wait to build a family. I think to start imagining that him and I are a unit, and from us come a whole lineage can come from us. That is something I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, seeing how I am, also how I am as a wife and how he is as a husband, I think that's going to be interesting. Can't wait. In 10 years' time, I imagine I actually have no idea where we'll be living. We'll have a house. We'll have children. 10 years, what? Two kids. This is my imagining. 2 kids, happy, with hopefully a lot of you still in our lives, and deeper, more thoughtful, more we've grown in wisdom, and also just having had really understood and deepened in what God has called us to, and are seeing fruits in those things. That's what I would imagine.
I mean, I have nothing else to say.
Is that it for you?
Pretty much it. Yeah, I think what will excite me the most in the next 10 years is to actually see us on track with what we've spoken about, dreamed about, prayed about, to actually see that materializing and unfolding in our lives. Yeah, that's exciting to look forward to. Not sure if we'll still be working in the same places or doing the same things that we're doing now, but for as long as we feel like we're right in the middle of God's will, yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, I think for me it was mainly the amount of work that you actually have to put in. So a lot of the times you just think that, like, I mean, I like this girl, I'm attracted to her, and so everything is just gonna unfold as it should, but actually it requires a lot of work, because even though we've been friends for 6.5 years, it's different when you get into a relationship. So much is at stake, everything just means more. So it means more when I upset her, when she upsets me. It means more when we argue. So just that the amount of work that you have to put into love, to be patient, to answer kindly, to be considerate, to be proactive and intentional about asking for forgiveness or forgiving. So that was a surprise in terms of actually have to put in this work. But at the end of the day, it was good because it refined us both and also showed us that we can do this. So yeah, that was cool.
For me, I think some of the most surprising parts were, I think, the amount of stretching that happens in you. So like Puti's saying, you have to forgive, but you the surprising part is how maybe you can find that in me is not so much of a willingness to forgive. Like, why do I have that tendency to want to hold on? So the challenging thing is coming face to face with some of your imperfections and wanting to be better, not just for yourself, but for us to work, you know? And so that has been a very surprising journey that has taken also humility on my side to be able to really walk through them.
Yeah, guys, we just want to say before the video ends, thank you so much for coming to our wedding. If you are there, know that we value you, we love you so much. We thank you that you are in our lives. We thank you for your support, whether it's individually or as a couple in this journey. Yeah, thank you so much for coming out, and you know, hopefully this wedding is representative of who we are. And we just wanted you to come out and celebrate with us. And please dance, you know, be free, do your thing. And if you see somebody that, you know, I mean, no? Okay. I mean, you know, people meet at weddings.
Yeah, I guess. Enjoy, guys. Bye. Sonia's
Good.
I don't know.
Okay.
Crumping.
Here's a
If you're a Christian, you get what I'm talking about. Oh no, cut that out. Actually.
awesome.
What else annoys me? I can't think of anything else. And it's not, I really can't think of anything else.
The question was, what annoys you most? So I don't know why you're trying to find more than one thing.
Just one. And I mean, no, I shall not comment on the horizontal shuffle. Thanks, everybody.
What do you want to say to each other on this awesome day?
We made it!
Who you saying that to?
Sing to each other. We made it.
Yeah. Was it tough?
Yeah, what? Oh, well, okay, don't put this in. And also, on a slightly lighter, stranger note, I think because when we started the relationship, we wanted this relationship to be able to minister to younger generations one day. That you actually can make it without compromising on your values and not compromising on what God calls you and or what the Lord expects from two people who are walking together. So on this side of marriage, you're not supposed to
have sex, man. You're not supposed to have sex before you get married.
So that is an obvious thing, and that's what we've upheld, and we thank God for that. But what is interesting is that the more you love someone, the more you're attracted to that person, the harder it is. So that was a very surprising part to be like, yay! Yeah.
Let me just help some brothers.
This is tough.
Let me just help some brothers on this video right here. Listen, once you put a ring on it, the fight for purity is all on you. You're on your own. There's no help that's going to be coming from someone, okay? Trying to tell you, on your own, brother. Just pray, you know what I mean? Fast, all of that. Cool.
Thanks. 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 Yeah.
Awesome.